Hello everyone! We are in the middle of a rainforest in Eden on top of it. Well, I am continuing my series of the wanderings at the Eden project in Cornwall, and today is the exploration of the largest rainforest in captivity in the world, which was absolutely amazing. There's not much left to explore, but I think there's going to be still enough for part 6. I just found some beautiful flowers here. They're Madagascar Periwinkles, and they come in 2 colors. This white with a little pink in the middle, and the pink version. They're really pretty, just like everything else I've seen here. So as I said, this is part 6, and if you are just tuning in for this one, I would encourage you to go back and watch the other 5 parts because they're really beautiful. Seriously, if you love nature, plants, flowers and creatures, you will really like this one too. And talking about creatures, I just noticed that on this little side wall there's a whole lot of activity going on. Look, hundreds of little tiny ants being very busy. Let's look at some of them. This place is just so breathtaking. I've never seen anything like it before. And honestly, I just can't rave enough about it. It's just so interesting and full of life. And just look at the way they're marching. Oh, sorry, I'm losing. There we go. It's like they have their whole system of who's going where and doing what. I spotted these little ones in quite a few other places. They're very tiny. And a few got on me whilst I was leaning over leaves and stuff. And they didn't bite me, so I'm happy that they didn't. But obviously that shows that they're not angry sort of little ants. Anyway, let's go and explore because it's getting late. I had to stop and recharge my phone, and all sorts of things happened. So let's go and explore. There's a little pond. You might hear some water trickling. There's a little river running through that starts off in a big waterfall, which I have showed you in previous parts. It was really beautiful and refreshing because inside this rainforest biome it's really hot and humid. It's 35 degrees, so I had a sauna day today. And this is the name of the place where we are, and this is set up as a little beach with sand and stuff, so the plants probably are matching their habitat. What are you? Seeing some. I'm not sure. Problem is that in a few parts you might find some labels for the plants. Oh, this is a cool palm tree. But in many places there is nothing, so unless you already know what plants you're looking at, you can venture a guess or just stare at it and have no idea. So I don't know. I would encourage the Eden Project people to be a little bit more proactive about including descriptions and stuff. There is a part of the river. There's a little bridge. And there was all sorts of other things. We've been up on the treetops, on a canopy walk, and other things. It's just stunningly beautiful. Different sorts of things. It looks a bit like mangrovey stuff to me, but I don't know. Now this is the giant taro plant. Beautiful leaves. Look at that. Let's have a look at the bigger one. Going from the bottom up as much as possible. That one in there even has a flower. That's cool. I've not seen one before. There's other plants that have those specialized sort of roots. Obviously, living close to water. I'm not allowed to go in there, so I'm trying to stretch my arm in as far as I can. So many things to look at. I'm still lost after all these hours. It's raining outside, so the light has changed and it looks much darker. Also, I'm between dense vegetation. Here's another example of amazing roots. Look at those tangles and how things grow together and overtake each other. Funky little plant with interesting shaped leaves. They look like an upside down heart, and their edges are dark pink. Wow. Can you hear that noise? It's pouring outside like there's no tomorrow. More roots. I really like roots, not just these ones, but roots in general. One of the most important parts of any plant. Tiny pond with duckweed and stuff. And I just want to show you a bit of the structure of this biome. It's amazing. It's massive. Like, I just can't say it enough times. Again, I tried to see when I looked at the website how tall it is, but I didn't find that information. But I will, because I am curious. It's still pouring outside. Let's see this spiky beauty. It's quite a big flower. It's about 10 centimeters popping out. More roots, different ones. And the coloring is different too. This is like a dark brown. Little banana trees in the water. This is a snow bush from the Pacific Islands, and I assume it gets its name because some of the leaves look like they're covered in snow. It's really interesting. Look. Huh. Has dense branches. It's really beautiful. Some ginormous hibiscus. They're really large. It's at least twice the size of my palm. Just this flower. There were some others before, but they were not this big. Beautiful. Different type of palm tree. It's got really funky stripy bark. Look. I keep spotting interesting things, but they are deep in where we are not allowed to go in. So I can't really show them to you, and I find that always annoying that I see stuff I can't reach. Like, for example, those ones. Can you see those pinkish dangling long flowers? They are too far from me. And then another interesting palm. And more ginormous hibiscus flowers on plant. Seriously, this one is even bigger than two of my palms. It's almost, well, a bit smaller than my head. And there is one that is fading. Just want you to see this leaf, and especially the middle part. The way it spirals layer by layer, a new one being added. Oops. How cool is that? I love these kind of things that from a distance it looks so ordinary, and then you look at it a little bit from up close and it's really quite extraordinary. And some funky colored leaves. Let's look at them. Pink and black goes together lovely. Mhm. This is obviously the section of the plants with different colored leaves. This dark purple with a tiny flower. Focus, please. It's really cute, but it's not collaborating with me. And then we have this big, dark, red craziness going on. And it's a very big plant. Look at that. It's like the dragons had a fight up in the sky, and this is the result of the bloodshed that happened up above. Uh, I'm getting a bit tired. I've been trotting around here for, let me see, about close to 6 hours. So, yep. It's really, really interesting looking, that's for sure. Let's look a bit at it from underneath. If the sun would be out, that would be an amazing sight. Still is. I'm continuing with the funky leaves. This is different, but it's the yellow and the green combination. Again, really beautiful. And the stems are like the rhubarb color stems. And here we go, a whole bunch of little roul-rouls, or I'm not sure what these birds are called. I've seen them before. But here we have 3 males and 2 females. Really cute, very friendly. I call them pumpkin birds because to me they look like little pumpkins. Let's look at you, cutie. Look at her. All those feathers looking so large with a tiny head. And the males. They have little crests. They make very cute little sounds. I don't think my microphone will pick that up, especially because of the rain and all the other noises. Just want to see you, little guy. Look, how gorgeous is he? You are all gorgeous. Now the cutie pies are under the strawberry guava tree. Let's have a look at it. And I just read on the little information label that it's one of the 100 most invasive species in the world. It's originally from Brazil, and their fruit tastes like strawberries, that's why it's called a strawberry guava. But wherever it's planted, it quickly overtakes all the other species. So, for example, in Hawaii, the government has declared it one of the worst invasive species on the archipelago. So there you go. Something beautiful and yummy can be actually a little naughty tree. Okay, the cutie pies are going on a walkabout. They have moved. They're coming my way. Join your mates. They're in no rush. Okay. This beautiful bark tree is called the Bay Rum Tree. Let's have a look. It smells really nice. And it says that distillation of the leaves and stems produces an essential oil used in lotions and colognes, which has antibacterial properties. So there we go. It's really beautiful. And a close up to the leaves. This is a pepper bush or shrub, or I'm not quite sure. But not the bell pepper type, obviously, but the one that grows the pepper we use to spice our things. They have beautiful leaves. I've been trying to see if I can spot any fruit on it, but no. And an interesting fact is that the red, green, black and white peppercorns all come from the same plant. And here's how. The green is the immature seed, the red is the mature, black has been dried, and the white one has had the skin removed. Simple as that. I like to learn new things. I hope you do too. Look, I just found inside some bits at the joints of the thingies. Shame it doesn't have fruit on now. Here's another plant that's much loved and very useful. Turmeric. The root is something that's been used for thousands of years in India and other Asian countries. It's known as the golden goddess. And I think you all know that it's very yellow, so it can color your pots and pans and your hands. But it's very useful for loads of things, including anti-inflammatory properties that it has. So, it's highly recommended you include it in your diet. This is a plant I actually didn't know about at all. I never heard of it. It's called Tulsi. Let's see, I think those are the flowers. And it says that the farmers take off their shoes before they enter a field where this sacred herb grows. So, obviously it's sacred to some communities. I think we can see more flowers here. There. These ones are larger ones. Again, it's a very tall bush, like I'm standing underneath it. And something here which has red fluffy flowers. I have seen this before in folks' gardens in London, but I don't know what it is. And it's gone funky little fruit there. If anybody knows, please let me know. The folk here did not endeavor to put a label underneath it. Let's go inside the dark jungle. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. This is so cool. I wish they would let you stroll around, obviously without hurting or stepping on things, to other parts other than on the path. But obviously that would ruin it all. Some sort of giant lily with very funky flowers. Look at that. Looks like someone shredded the petals. They're very large. No? This, that looks kind of like a reed to me, is actually lemongrass. Grows fairly tall. And I know that when we buy it in the shops or markets, that's the part we use. And here we go. More colorful beauties. Look at this color combination. Those are actually the leaves, the pink, green and cream. And their flowers are little tiny blue, purple thingies. Absolutely stunning. I like how they cup. Look. And above it there's more lilies. It's a beautiful little patch. And I'm standing under a cashew tree. It's got mostly leaves on the top. And then there is a smaller version of it just here. And the little orchid hitchhiking. And talking about funky plants, what do you think of these? Let's look at the flower first. And then we'll look at the leaves because they're amazing. Flowers are cute, but they're quite simple. Though the middle bits, oh, they look very interesting. But the leaves are something else. Look, it's like a spiral, curly whirly thing. Look at this one. They're very large. They're again, I don't know, twice as big as my palm or even bigger. Very beautiful. And more lilies there. And another pretty palm-like thing. It's almost like there is no end to this place. As I said, I've spent many, many hours here. This is coming to an end soon now, but it's just spectacular. More funky plants. This one has a name, spotted Zygopetalum. I don't know what that is, but it's really funky. It's again clinging onto a tree. And one there. There's loads of banana trees up there. Look at this spotty one. Crazy. And these are all smaller plants, bromelias and whatnot, that live on trees, and I call them hitchhikers. They're not really going anywhere, but look at this one. Wow. Amazing. And that one. And if you hear bird song in the background, those are not recordings. There are indeed birds here, just like you saw those little pumpkin bird beauties. There's other ones as well, but they're hiding in the trees, so they're hard to spot. Don't even know where to whiz, because I don't have a lot of time left. On there, more beauties. Leaves and flowers are absolutely amazing. And it's still pouring with bucketfuls outside. Oh my, okay, let's look at you. And I spotted this little thing. The pitcher plants. Can we look inside you? Is there anything? No. Mm-hmm. Bromelias, a long stemmed one, and there is a different one here. These are the clever water gathering ones. More of that shredded lily sort of thing. Very interesting and beautiful. Okay, I'm close to the exit. So I'm gonna show you the top of the dome again, because it's something to remember. I had a wonderful day here. Absolutely. I can only highly recommend it to anyone who comes to Cornwall on holiday, that they should come and visit. The Eden Project experience will not disappoint. And no, they're not paying me to say any of this. I genuinely have a lovely time here. I still have tomorrow. And exploring the Mediterranean biodome. There's loads to see there too. And there's a bit more of the outside that I didn't get to do on Wednesday. So, yep. More explorations. Okay, the light is really bad now. One, because it's past 5 o'clock. Two, that it's really dark out from the outside because it's pouring with rain. I found some orchids. And also, we've gone to, I think, 35 minutes of video. So probably my battery is already on the go again. and also I don't want to stretch it out any further. So I'm just gonna say goodbye to you and thank you for watching, and I really, really hope that you enjoyed this wandering in the rainforests of Eden. And if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please consider doing so because it would help me. And just share these videos with your friends who you think might like nature related things, and maybe they've not had the opportunity yet to go to such a place. I haven't until now, so that's why I am happy to share it with whomever, because I'm always happy to watch documentaries and watch things that other people got to see and do. Obviously, I'm always hoping that I'll make it there one day. But if I don't, then at least I get to see something beautiful. So anyway, no more rambling about it. I wish you all a lovely day, or whatever's left of it. And I will continue tomorrow. Bye everyone.